I bring you word from the Father. He wishes you love. He sends word of the greatest love there is, liberty, and the sound of peace. The sound of tree branches underwater. Large trees where there are none on the shore. Caked brown with mud from the plains, drawn through their limbs by the current. From how far upriver we do not know. How far before a river, over a falls, becomes a stream, becomes a rill, trickling off the side of a mountain. Then up and over and follow a rill, down the other side, to a stream, to a falls, to a river, to the ocean, to China. I open the door. Do you recognize me, or do you run in fear like a child from a ragged stranger? Is it the champion from the frontier, or the bloody intruder? Do I walk a path of knowledge, or leave a trail of decay? What do you see?
Captain Lewis! Captain Lewis! Are you alright?
Save the equipment. Keep them with the river. Janet! What river is this? Are we behind?
It's the Mississippi, sir. You're on the way to Washington. You fell overboard, sir.
Yeah. Just a temporary setback.
Sir! I don't know what afflicts you,
The
sir.
desire to be a fish! I've lived so long in this river that I want to breathe it.
I can't let you do that, sir.
Why not? I'm my own man, Lord Christ. I can't swim my own damn river.
But I'm the captain on this boat, and I will not be the one they say lost Captain Meriwether Lewis in the river. I'll have to ask you to go below.
No! I want to see the water. I want to see the bank pass. I will not go below.
Then you'll have to promise me that you will not end up in the river again. As a waterman, will you give me your word?
Yes. So, give you my word.
Thank you, Captain.
Please, my word still carries weight on this river.
Of course. You're and Captain Clark's trip to the west, exploring the territories of the Pacific. Every riverman knows. I suspect you'll be wanting these.
Our journals, Captain Clark's and mine, all our experiences are in there.
It must make you very proud, sir.
You can't imagine. I need a drink. Can I get a drink?
I think that might not be wise, sir.
Captain, your heart is on the ground. Why?
After all we've done, I can't seem to look back.
After all you've done, you need to tell them.
No, I can't. No good will come of it.
Not true. I remember everything. Ask your brother. Ask Captain Clark.
Mr. Lewis, I called you from the Ohio because I'm in need of your services.
President Jefferson, it's an honor to meet you.
You need to bow. Welcome to Monticello.
Actually, I grew up inside of here.
Yes, I knew your family.
Meriwether! Bring your father a drink! Meriwether!
Did you know my father?
I didn't have the pleasure, but your mother was known across the country.
Look for the wild lake in July, where the river runs clear of the water. Put in broth to cut the phlegm from the lungs.
She had a talent for herbs and midwifery.
Can I offer you something?
Whiskey.
At 10 a.m. You are a frontiersman. Get more whiskey. I'm in need of a personal secretary. I need a young man of intelligence. You have been a soldier, a woodsman, a hunter.
Since I could walk, been accused of preferring hounds to people.
And you've been west.
I've wandered fair peace as far as the Mississippi.
And you've done military service?
Sir, you did say it was a secretary.
Did you see fire?
That which there was, sir.
wait till the shootout's over.
Isn't dueling against Army regulations?
General Matt Anthony says save an expensive court-martial is preferable whenever necessary. And if dueling can reduce the inflator officer corps, so much the better.
General Wayne's office, headquarters of the Chosen Rifles.
Can you hold this rod straight?
Yes, sir. What exactly are we doing, sir?
Finding the length of a straight line. Well, that's that.
Lieutenant Clark, Ensign Chase Colin has gone and shot one of his seconds.
We'll fetch the surgeon.
I am, sir.
Go! The surgeon's no doubt drunk as well.
This is not what I expected the Army to be.
What did you think it would be? Killing Indians? You want to make your mother proud? Hold that rod straight. Once we have a straight line, we can find a triangle. Once we have a triangle, we can build another one, and another one, and another one, until we know the distance of everything in sight. Then we put it on the map. You can't do that with dead Indians.
Is this mapping all in your hands?
Knowledge is power, and the first step to knowledge is knowing where you are. Well, that's that.
Ensign Chase has gone and shot the surgeon.
Is it bad?
Just shot muscle, but it's cutting off, so they're putting off the duel until the surgeon's healed.
Is there anyone else engaged in productive activity around here?
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. You can spend the days of your service carousing with fellows of rank in a warm canteen, or you can spend them out here in the rain with me, holding that rod straight.
You shot him! I can't believe it! You finally shot him!
Is this straight enough?
I believe we have the makings of a straight line.
Mr. Lewis, do you know what this is?
I'd say it's a tooth or a tusk.
From what beast?
Although I've never seen one myself, an elephant from Africa.
Not an elephant. This tusk weighs 180 pounds. That's from a mammoth.
Do you need help with it, sir?
I don't get it, son. You listen to the president.
That tusk was found just under the surface in New York. There are bones on open ground in Kentucky. The mammoth may still be alive on the plains in the west. Do you believe the West holds such wonders?
Stories are it's a terrible, difficult place. Dry flats, no trees for shelter nor fire, winds that pick up man and horse and carry him up into the sky.
And do you believe that?
Makes me curious.
We are but a small fraction of what we might be, Mr. Lewis.
Sir?
We have the potential to spread from coast to coast across the entire continent. But we must know what is in the West and who are its people. They are unknown to us. They can go from free hunters to free citizens in a democratic nation. And upon the completion of that nation, from coast to coast, we find no foreign power between us and trade with the Orient. All we have to do is find the route that will make this trade practical. The prize sought by every explorer since Columbus will be ours. Will you be my officer? There is no one better.
Sir, I cannot believe my fortune at being chosen.
Son, your father has fell off his horse drunk and died. But I'm remarried and we're moving to Virginia.
I'll pack my things.
Wait! Your stepfather has died and we're moving back to Georgia.
You will live in my home and be as one of my family. In the meantime, you will study in biology, botany, languages, medicine. The finest minds of our age will prepare you. And handing you our future.
I promise I will not fail you, sir.
Of course you will.
You get an education, son. I never had a Latin.
I send you to Dr. Benjamin Rush.
I created rules for maidens of hell for the Continental Army.
And now,
Diet! Chiefly vegetables. Avoid rum, which wears away the system.
personal cleanliness!
Frequently wash utensils, clothing, bedding. The body at least 3 times a week.
Camp cleanliness!
The camp must be kept clean. Latrines dug deep, penalties levied for men leaving themselves in the living area. Lastly,
Idleness!
idleness causes morbidity in the brain. You will have fevers. What causes fevers? The excessive morbid action of blood vessels. Nature has given us the leading modalities of
Purging, vomiting, sweating, blistering, and bleeding to cleanse the body of morbidity.
At times when these modalities can be simulated, this pill will be the strongest weapon in your hands. If the cult is given their immediate efficacy and purging power. Remember, never bleed out more than 4/5 of the patient's blood at one time.
How much is 4/5?
Use your best judgment.
And did Dr. Rush speak of melancholia?
No, my father had it.
And you?
I have my dark moments.
Everything is hopeless. Your insignificance is monumental. I feel that way often.
You?
Yes. Idleness is the disease.
Idleness causes morbidity in the brain.
Melancholia can be beaten by work. Work for the good of mankind. I envy you your task. Your eyes will see what no civilized man has ever beheld before. It will never exist in that pure state again. You must capture it in ink.
Sir, I would think it prudent to bring another officer on the expedition if I were to be incapacitated or killed. Dear Clerk, during the last session, Congress passed an act initiating the exploration of the interior of the continent of North America. The mission is to establish friendly relations with the Indians that inhabit this area and to gather scientific information. If there is any way which I could entice you to join me on this expedition, there is no man with which I would rather be joined with as yourself. Your friend and humble servant, Meriwether Lewis.
Dear Lewis, I received your letter with much pleasure. This is an undertaking freighted with many difficulties, but, my friend, I do assure you that no man lives with whom I would prefer to take such a trip as yourself. Your obedient servant, William Clark.
Why don't we stop moving?
Hit a snag. Be off it shortly. Getting dark. You might want to go below.
Thank you. No. I work best in the open air. I'll be in shortly. Did you get it?
Meriwether! Get your father a drink! Meriwether!
There's water on the stand, Father.
Fever's passed. Give me the whiskey.
Mother says it's bad for your fever.
I need you to help me. Why can't you help me?
Snag clear.
Clear.
Clear as.
So my proportions are clear, and you have the materials we need.
For the most part, yes.
But you'd still attach the flag to something's timber.
It's been here since spring. Summer's nearly over. I need this boat in the water in 2 weeks or I'm going to clear the Ohio before it freezes. I promised the president. Do you understand?
Aye. And that's why we're moving as fast as we can.
As fast as you can is not fast.
Oh, what then? Maybe you should get someone else?
I want to blast his brains across the boatyard. I feel so helpless.
You are helpless. You'll let his attitude pull you down. You must drive him to action with your passion for the work. Make him wish you were down the river on that boat.
You're right. I want to thank you. For what? Until now, my focus has been divided. From here on, I will be singular. I will be here each day, all day, until my transport is finished. I will follow you home and dog your steps if it is not completed in 1 week. I will make it my life's work to ensure you never earn another coin. Do I make myself clear?
Look lively, lads. We've got a boat to finish.
Meriwether, my brother, General George Rogers Scott.
It's an honor and a pleasure, sir.
Oh, I assure you, not as much of a pleasure as this. So, you go to hunt elephants?
Mammoths, actually. We have reason to believe the beasts inhabit grasslands. Do you doubt it?
In the war, I lost an entire patrol. Disappeared. Only to find them headless, strung up in the treetops 100 miles away. I doubt nothing. That is why my door is oak, my flask is never empty, and I carry this double-barreled pistol. One for the intruder, and if need be, one for me.
So, up the Missouri to the western Indian villages.
Beyond that is terra incognita.
I've never seen a river trip without a portage.
There are rumors of a great falls. We'll send the keelboat back and build canoes the rest of the journey.
There must be a hill or two where the river would flow.
We know of mountains, possibly as high as the Appalachians. We'll find passing portage in a day or two.
You're hauling considerable equipage.
We'll trade with the Mandan Indians for horses.
And how do you propose to speak with these Mandan Indians?
Hire a friendly translator.
Bacon to the fire if you don't. Remember, little brother, Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness and he went insane. And that was Jesus.
We have the support of the entire federal government.
Oh, the federal government. Good luck. It's a young man's game of exploration.
You're not that old.
Every day the dogs don't drag me off and leave me alive is a gift.
It is of the utmost importance to the nation that you explore the Missouri River and whatever river may offer the most direct water route across the continent, a northwest passage. To aid in the incorporation of this territory, it is essential that you learn the names of the Indian nations in this country and take stock of their numbers. I have the utmost desire for knowledge of these people, both for my own curiosity and the public good.
I have a list of inquiries relative to the Indians of Louisiana from the scientific community. What is the state of their life as to longevity?
Are rheumatism, pleurisy, or bilious fevers common among them?
Are poly, apoplexy, madness, or venereal disease?
Camp equipage. 6 copper kettles, 25 falling axes, 1 small permanent vice.
What vices are common among the Indians?
Is their passion for the female sex as disposed to excesses among civilized people?
24 dozen files, 2 steel-plated handsaws.
Are their excretions by stool regular?
Have they any monuments?
Do the Indians use powdered rattlesnake rattle to ease a pair childbirth? And does it work?
2 pickaxes, 3 coils rope.
What is the ceremony for the declaration of war?
Do they burn or torture their prisoners?
What are their implements of war?
Do they sacrifice animals in their worship?
Do the faculties of mind decay
How do they dispose of their dead?
3 bushels rock salt.
Is suicide common among them?
Medicine. 3 kegs whiskey. 12 ounces opium. 4 pewter penis syringes.
May we never have to use them.
Oh, well, you made it. Welcome to the temporary headquarters. How'd the boat test?
She rode like a pregnant cow in a steeplechase. Up to a ship. She's a sound boat, and for better or for worse, this journey is all ours.
In all your intercourse with the natives, treat them in the most friendly and conciliatory manner.
A chain hood. A chain hood. These are the U.S. model 1803 Pennsylvania rifles. First rifle designed specially for the U.S. Army. Will be able to get off 2-inch shots in under a minute. Load.
Our purpose with the natives is twofold. First, to encourage them to abandon hunting and apply to agriculture.
Fire. Reload.
Second, to multiply trading houses among them.
Fire. Hold. Sir,
Sergeant?
is your Negro to shoot? You said all members of the party, but in most parts, they don't want slaves handling the weapons, sir.
Well, he'll eat, so he'd best shoot.
You've been watching? Yes, sir. Load 'em up.
In leading the Indian thus to agriculture and civilization, I trust we are working for their greatest good.
Yes, sir.
Ready to disembark, sir.
Give us a send-off, boys.
Foregun ready? Fire!
Put your backs into it, gentlemen. It's against the current the whole way.
If we're still here tomorrow, the crowd will be sore disappointed.
May 22nd, 1804. St. Louis, latitude 88 degrees, 55 minutes, 19 seconds north of the equator. Longitude 89 degrees, 57 minutes, 45 seconds west of Greenwich. Heading due west!
I could swear, as I stood on the foredeck, at that moment a wind came from the west and searched my face with its fingers. It asked, "Who are you to come here?" I thought, I am Meriwether Lewis, emissary of Thomas Jefferson. I come in peace with my closest friend, William Clark. If not I, he is an example of what man can be. We ask your acceptance. We will earn it.
Oh! Rest. Got a chocolate snack.
I expected that to find Indians, but it's mosquitoes that strong my blood. You want to sit in the mud?
Can't get no muddier than I am.
These people get out of the hall today.
We have rode, pulled, dragged, everything but Christmas mud.
Trip ain't over yet. Somebody bring up the fat.
What's it you do, what they call you?
Valet.
You do like this home Clarksville?
Nope. In Kentucky, Master Clark's appearance is my responsibility. On a usual day, I awaken before him. I polished his boots, sat on his clothes, fresh from being laundered, hook brushed, never but missing.
How many miles do you think we come today?
2.
No more than that?
No, 2 miles.
That one sounds better than this. Think you'd be hungry to go back.
Nope. In Clarksville, you would not be talking with me. A valet is not seen, even when standing in front of you.
Beats rolling them up with the rest of us.
He's a slave, you damn fool.
Sled gets to stay clean in no warm house.
Tell me something, Shannon. You like hunting?
Nothing better.
York? When we go out on the open plain and track the wild herd, we split up and I'm on my own. Nothing between me and the end of the world There's nothing better, and it is everything a valet slave is not.
I trust Captain Clark knows what he's doing, putting the gun in your arms.
We were raised together since we were children.
Is that why you say you're trying for the Indians?
The Indians are curious at my black skin, causes them to show respect, helps with trading.
Why is it you don't talk like a Negro?
I speak as I have been spoken to.
Captain, what do you think? We ain't getting nowhere today.
The day's not over yet. We get off this snag, catch a wind upstream, we can make twice what we made today. You've seen it happen.
Why does the Lord put the speeders on Earth?
To remind us that he is the captain. This is his world. We're just passing through.
She's clear!
Even after a strenuous day's work, the men amused themselves dancing to the fiddle.
Roll them out, boys. Some will be in your face before you know it.
Captain, why is it they got more sky up here?
This is where they keep it. They just let some blow back east as needed.
Consider. There are no mountains and few trees. You could almost feel the curve of the earth falling away in every direction.
Sure makes you feel pretty small.
Nowhere to hide out here.
That's why them barking squirrels dig in the ground.
You know, Juilliard found a whole city the other day.
You come down from the river. You see the house circle over there?
The squirrels post sentries on mountain's birth. When the hawks get too near, the sentries bark and all the squirrels run to their homes.
What more centuries is that? Your first watch? Called Bastille?
Aye.
Who's that? Shannon.
I'd like a better name for them than barking squirrels.
The French call it Chandacarillo. Fairy tale. You should call it fairy tale.
Nah.
Well, the stars are up, and I guess get a read. Make sure we're not in Asia.
Laboring under these open skies, I have not suffered the dark moods that plagued me at home. The president was right. There is no time for such indulgence. I don't know what I would do if William were here. He manages the boat while I explore the land. Today, as the first light of dawn illuminates the soft curve of the riverbank, it gives the plain the appearance of a beautiful bowling green. The water, yellow-brown by day, shimmers with silver at this time of morning.
Look on the bank. Must be thousands of them.
This scenery, already rich and pleasing, is still farther heightened by immense herds of buffalo, deer, elk, and antelope which come to drink from the river. The country, today like yesterday, is beautiful in the extreme.
Captain, Shannon hasn't returned from the hut yet, sir.
Send Reuben and Joseph out to fetch him. We'll wait here.
Ah, sir. Captain, Reuben and Joseph are returned. They looked for 8 hours straight and can't find them, sir.
York, Juilliard, stay behind. Good Christ, he's only 19. Track Shannon, find him.
Maybe that bag on him.
Aye.
The one the Indians told us.
The bird nothing can kill.
That's just a story. You'll find him. We've got to keep moving.
Course and distance, south, 63 degrees. West,
4 miles.
to the starboard side, then south, 75 degrees. West,
3 miles.
We were floating on the surface of this land. If we got pulled down, if we lost order for a moment, there was no hope.
to the larboard side, then south, 75 degrees. West,
3 miles.
to the starboard side. Distance for the day,
10 miles.
Captain, we found Shannon's rifle, but not him.
Keep looking. We can't leave him out there with no rifle.
Course and distance, west,
3 miles.
north, 57 degrees. West,
5 miles.
north, 20 degrees. West,
2 miles.
distance for the day,
10 miles.
Sir, tracks ahead. I think the Shannons.
Who's the fastest foot?
John Beale. He's the animal for the group.
John, chase down the man and stop him.
Aye, sir. Sorry, sir. Shannon's room like a general soccer.
It's been there 2 weeks, sir.
You're crazy right now.
Could do anything.
Odds are all against him, sir.
I will not lose a man.
Meriwether. Ginger, black pepper, and Finnegan water.
To revive the spirits and sharpen the mind.
Knowledge is power. I believe you'll pull yourself in this humor. I count on you. You brought our medicine to the Indians, correct?
Yes.
So you relieve them of their suffering.
No, for a time.
Then why are you not at the task?
I am. I'm on my way to Washington to explain. I can't be everywhere at once.
But you must, and Meriwether, do the Indians use powdered rattlesnake rattle to ease the pain of childbirth, and does it work? I still need an answer.
West,
Miles.
west,
Miles.
Man aboard shore!
Shannon, it's all right. It's Captain Lewis.
Colin lost. Gone. Couldn't he? Could have been killed. Kill me.
No, I won't let anything harm you.
Captain Lewis, Jonathan's bear. Jonathan's teeth.
Nothing will harm you. Without a gun, we had less protection than a buffalo calf. The prairie would swallow us. We were the eyes, ears, and fingers of our country. We, the people. That was my responsibility and privilege. To make the first impression, the open hand, had to be done correctly. I didn't know how.
I will help. You need help.
Sacagawea, all of my memories are melting into one another.
We can still meet for the first time at the Mandan villages.
All of my strongest memories are of us together on the river. In the worst of it, you never complained.
Then I will stay.
You want us to stay. Who are you? What do you want with us?
It's a trap. I don't trust them.
It's what?
You shame me in front of all these people.
We go behind the bush, behind the rock over there.
I must help the captain.
I me. I'm your husband. You must me do it. I'm still Badger.
What?
I am Badger.
Does my husband mean leader?
Almost same word. Badger, leader. Listen to me.
Tell them we need to talk with these Indians.
Listen, he's damn lucky that neither of us speak French.
Charbonneau, what are you talking about there? Got to talk to those Indians over there.
I'm getting my life straight out.
What is it?
We're going to leave.
It's a trap.
I don't get these guys.
The captain is getting much angry.
It's not the boss of me.
So who you going to complain to, eh? You want the gold at the end of the ship? Settle down. Say the right word.
Are we ready?
Are we ready, eh?
Ready to talk? You, me, you.
Yes.
your new father.
We bring greetings from your father.
Your father, hello you, say him.
You have a new father. He sends his love.
His only wish is to make your lives better.
He wishes to make your life better.
He wishes you were better?
He wishes you all the best in life.
We are descended from the tribes beyond the great waters, but we no longer consider ourselves of the old nations, but as family with our red brethren here. We have prospered and are now as numerous as the leaves on the trees. Our way of life brings us many things which we wish to share with you in exchange for the furs of the animals so abundant around you. The Father, through his beloved one, sends his blessing and wishes to know what are the things which his children need.
What are the things which his children need?
What are the things that children need?
What do your children need?
What would make his children happy?
Guns. 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 Then we can protect ourselves.
No, you must understand the father protection.
Your father will protect you, eh?
Stand under the father for protection.
Understand father's protection.
No. You must understand, our father is far away. Our enemies are near. The Teton-Sioux are very powerful and take what they please.
No, let us begin with trade as brothers.
No guns? What's the point?
No, stay. Stay, please. Peace. Peace.
You've been with these men. What do you think?
Captain Lewis, the beloved one, and Captain Bunner. They've been very good to me. Good to my son. They treat me like a true sister and my son like a nephew. I believe they are as many as the stars in the sky. And they all have guns. It's best to make peace.
Kill him? Good. Find a spot on the river to set up the trading post. You see? Made peace. Rain. Even that makes mosquitoes off.
Drift! Where? There. Good. Where are we?
44 degrees, 18 minutes, 40 seconds latitude, 20 degrees, 20 minutes, and 30 seconds longitude.
That can't be right. Drift! Switch. That was yesterday. We didn't have meeting yesterday. Check the log. Can't risk getting wet. Just check. You fall behind the recording world, then you're confusing. The first step in knowledge is to know where you are. Please wait until the rain lets off. Elk. You smell elk again? No, it's rain. I smell elk. When the men get wet, they smell like elk. I've got to check. The coordinates correct.
Yes, I made the entry.
Good then.
866 4/10 miles from the mouth of the Missouri. We know where we are.
At least for a few days. I think I'll write some.
Good, it's good that you're right again.
Some days the words refuse me.
I can listen to these bits. You
roaring flesh. I'll find my shot at direct to the heart.
What?
The bear nothing can kill.
If you can't get me any quicker, I'd be bear meat.
As fast as it was on us, it was gone. We had a grandmother told us tales of Africa, of a lion who could eat a whole village. Claws as long and sharp as the reaper's blades. I thought such things fantasies until I saw this bear. In all its fury, it was a wondrous thing.
We will have occasion to wonder at it again.
We will be ready, sir.
We must always be ready.
Retita, the one is called the Black Buffalo. They are the father's son.
And they represent the Teton Sioux.
As good as I can tell, son is not always perfectly clear.
Looks like they have some 500 warriors with them.
They can't be as bad as everyone says, or they have a horn in his tail.
Who is your chief of chiefs?
I
Who is your chief of chiefs?
We are the Lakota. We are known as the Stars. If the father is so prosperous, what gifts does he send his new Lakota allies?
You want pheasants?
That's it?
The Lakota received twice from fur traders. The beloved should have best to offer.
He is not happy with my pheasants.
We can give him a flag.
They'll be the greatest symbol of our respect and friendship.
So, this is supposed to be a symbol of friendship?
Do you think we are simple? This is what you carry to frighten your enemies in war?
Let's divide it up.
Give me that.
If you mock our gifts, we'll take them back.
You aren't going anywhere.
Radars!
Words, sir?
Hold. Juriar. Tell them we mean no disrespect, but we can't have the love of the father mocked, and make it clear.
Tell him that the gift is not what is important. What is important is respect. We are the Lakota. We are the strongest people from the sunrise to the sunset. Anything that moves between the sunrise and the sunset belongs to the Lakota people. It is we who are being generous, not the father. Tell him that.
And tell him that Sioux is not our name. It is a Chippewa word for enemy. It is the river.
It is their river.
Meriwether,
What should I have done? What should I have said to them?
you're not the father, you're his messenger, and you stood by his message. We did well to stay alive.
You called them enemy. For 3 days, you called them enemy to their face.
The name doesn't even translate into sign.
Your overtures of peace have failed.
Meriwether, the geese are flying south.
The Teton Sioux are at our backs, but the storm clouds of winter gather overhead.
Dawn temperature 40 Fahrenheit degrees. Bow into the current rising.
We must
Heading
keep
north
every
by
man at the
northwest.
oars to gain the miles we need.
Dawn temperature 33 Fahrenheit degrees.
Daylight grows ever shorter. The danger of grounding our boat in the dark is great.
Dawn temperature 24 Fahrenheit degrees.
If we are trapped in the ice, I have no plan.
Dawn temperature 20 Fahrenheit degrees. Edges of the river icy.
Sir!
What is it?
The man in the villages, sir! We made it!
Yes! Where?
Mr. President, we have arrived at the Mandan villages. We have constructed a fort. And despite drifting snow and temperatures 32 below zero, the men are comfortable here. The Mandan are so welcoming. I hope to send our host, the Chief Big White, to Washington to meet you in person.
Captain, this woman is what you're looking for, eh? She's from the west. I don't speak a lot, but her men speak French.
She's of the Western people. Nobody goes far west as her kind. She used to be a slave, but now she's my wife. I win her in bed.
We want her. He's a waste of food.
We would like very much to employ you, Mr. Charbonneau, and your wife.
Okay?
What's your bet?
We can offer for your services $500 in gold.
500.
If I come, I will not load anything that not be mine. I will not stand guard, and if any man give me the bad face, I quit. Go home.
Many the man from the Bergman.
I changed my mind. I come.
You'll come.
One more thing. My wife's having a baby.
Hurry up, get the doctor again!
If she dies in child,
I will not lose her.
Rattlesnake rattle in the tea is what.
Go! That way! That is my answer.
Hello, miss.
he's got in front of the handshake there.
He's got your nose.
The ice is breaking up.
It is safe to launch out boats now.
Time for us to drop off the map of the known world. April 7th, 1805. We are about to enter a country which the foot of civilized man has never trod. I am confident we will succeed. This is a moment I have been looking forward to my entire life. This could be the happiest moment of my life.
Point of departure, Fort Mandan. 1,247 miles from St. Louis in the United States. Proceeding up the Missouri.
Yes!
This is the best we have done, my lord, sir. This is truly a humble establishment.
It's quite simple. The view from the porch down the Natural Strait is very good.
Well, thank you, sir. And you seem a place to do.
From the White House to the outhouse. And Mrs. Grinder, yours is fine.
Shall I take him on his radar?
No, I need quiet to gather my thoughts. Unless Captain Clark were to arrive.
Certainly. Imagine Captain Lewis and Clark together in the mountain.
You need rest. It's too easy for the darkness to overtake you with your fatigue.
William, come with me to Washington.
I'll try, but don't wait.
Your footsteps scar the earth. You breathe out poison. You littering rat behind her.
I come in peace!
Liar! You bring ruin to all you touch. The land is not safe while you live.
Then kill me! Come on! Do it! I will run no farther! Kill me! Kill me!
Bears.
The bear spoke the truth.
It is in your head.
As are you!
You should stay with the river. As long as you stay with the river, you have direction.
I can't trust my own mind anymore. How can I know what I've done?
It is there, Nico.
My ears are saluted by a roaring, too tremendous to be mistaken for anything short of the great falls of the Missouri. Here, at 12 o'clock, I gaze upon this sublimely grand spectacle, 800 yards wide, falling over a precipice of at least 300 feet. I wish for the pen of a Milton or the brush of a Titian, that I might be able to give to the world some idea of this truly magnificent object.
And beyond this great falls, what lie upriver?
8 more falls. The portage of an afternoon we expected turned into 28 days.
That's the thing right here. Which 3 do we take?
Face it, Captain. You are hopelessly lost.
I know where we are. This is the place where I was taken prisoner. My people are that way.
Who are you?
Are you Shoshone?
Why are you here?
Shoshone.
How dare you fight my family?
We're happy to meet him and ask how we should address him.
We are happy to meet him, and how should we address him?
We are happy. Who are you?
May I wait? I was 9 years old by the river with friends. Barefoot girls under the protection of aunts and uncles. A chance to play at being adults, away from mother and father. I heard the thump that knocked my uncle to the ground. He sat, eyes wide, talking, but no sound came out of his mouth. A stick growing out of his chest. An arrow. Then another flash kicked his shoulder and spun him to the ground. The whoop came from the reeds and the adults were hit and pushed back. We girls froze, the air above our heads full of flying wood like hornets. Then a big hand wrapped around my waist and pulled me into the air. I grabbed at a stone in the creek, but my head banged against it. Unconsciousness. When I awoke, I learned what I must do to not get the back of a hand or a stick. I learned not to show what lived inside my heart. And after 5 years, Charbonneau, who spoke my captor's language like a baby, won me and took me farther from my people. He seldom hit me. I could be his wife. His baby inside of me. That had been my life until I met the expedition and became the translator and guide. I had been a barefoot girl of 9. Now I'm a woman of 16 with a baby, a husband, and an expedition. And I stand across from my own brother, Kamehameha, who's been made chief in the long time I've been gone. Everyone is waiting for me to weave the words from Shoshone to Hidatsa. But I can't stop crying.
Little sister, give me your tears. You will have the horses you need. Come, join us by the fire. Eat.
I declare this spot camp fortunate.
The Shoshone are frank, fair in dealing, and generous with the little they possess. Your people are very giving.
Yes.
Please, I want to tell you something.
I can't understand you.
That's all right. I am 31 years old. I have reached halfway through my life. Until now, I have lived selfish. From here on, I will live for the good of mankind. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have written this in your journal.
Yes, it is a commitment in ink. You have seen your family.
Yes, I have seen the Shoshone man who was to have been my husband.
Was that hard?
have a baby. He does not want me.
We should go soon.
Yes.
August 20th, 1805. Departing Camp Fortunate, we proceed on horseback to the mountains.
To the Continental Divide.
Once we cross this range, it's downhill to the Pacific.
All the mountains of the world are gathered here, like God's own pickets, set to stop us.
What do the Indians call these mountains?
We call them don't go there.
Taller than the mountains of Switzerland. Taller than the mountains of the moon.
But from here, the rivers do flow west.
Somewhere out there is the Columbia River.
Ask Kamewa.
None of my people have traveled farther downriver than these mountains. But the Pierce-nosed people who live on the other side of these mountains say the river runs a great way into the setting sun and is finally lost in a great lake which tastes badly.
September 19, 1805.
Hunts on ahead. No word. No game here, so we are compelled to kill the colt.
What is the
Men are hunting no success.
The men are growing weak and losing flesh. Several are afflicted with dysentery, and eruptions of the skin are common among us.
Hunts on ahead. No word. Hunts on ahead, father. No word. No word.
If we don't find them as pursuit, or if they're unwilling to help us, our fate is questionable. Are you the Pierce-nosed people?
Yes?
I asked you to come and help my party.
How do I not know this is a trap?
Take my gun. I'm at your mercy now. Help us.
I believe you speak the truth. Arriving as you did, weak and sick, many would have watched you die. But there is an old woman here who was captured by the Blackfeet and taken far east. But she escaped and was taken in by a white man who cared for her until she had the strength to return to us. She has told us that we should be generous, and we decided to put our trust in you.
You have shown us boundless hospitality. Your generosity will not be forgotten.
Thank you. We've got to get moving. William, where are the Indians gathered at those rocks below? It's almost as if it were a party.
They told me that's how canoes are going to be crushed. And when we're all dead, they're going to gather up our gear right there.
They know this river, so it's held to bucket as far as she goes.
What do you think, Captain?
I think that since the first time we left, the rivers all flow downhill to the Pacific.
November 9th, 1805. Ocean in view. enjoy this great Pacific Ocean which we have so long been anxious to see. 4,172 miles from the mouth of the Missouri.
Rained hard all day.
At this dismal point, we'll have to spend another night.
Our camp entirely underwater. Every man is weak and sick.
I have spent not one Pacific day at this Pacific Ocean.
We have found the land of continuous rain.
If we head back to the falls now, we'll be ahead in the spring.
We could find a less exposed position on the south shore.
Or we can stay here. 3 options of equally questionable advantage.
Let's have the men vote on it.
No, not in keeping with military procedure. Never relinquish authority or the decision-making process.
The men have earned it. If the Secretary of War wishes to court-martial us, let him come find us.
Heartily agree.
Form ranks, attention, right.
Your vote, falls, south, or stay.
South, sir.
Call roll, Sergeant.
Sergeant Ordway. Falls. Willard.
North.
Goodrich.
North.
Labiche.
Falls.
LePage.
Falls.
Joseph Field.
South.
Reuben Field.
South.
Who's that? South. Shannon. South. Charbonneau.
North.
Drouillard. South. York. Yes, sir.
Your vote?
My vote? I'm not a citizen, sir.
You are a citizen. You're a citizen of the Corps of Discovery. You're an emissary of the President of the United States. What is your vote?
Then, south.
Sacagawea.
South.
Then settle. To the south bank. Load up and move.
Yeah.
The Pacific. I should be elated. I've spent all of my energies to reach this moment, and it feels empty. What did I expect? To see China across the water? I christen this place Cape Disappointment.
In celebration, tonight we will dine on yesterday's elk bones, boiled in a broth with roots of the kind that cause me to break wind. Have you written? Have you nothing to write?
Should I write it again? The portage of an afternoon we expected is 340 miles, 120 of which is all but impenetrable.
We have done what we were sent to do. We can't control the height of the mountain.
And I cannot deny it.
We have come 4,172 miles, and we can account for the position of every rock and tree along that route. We bring back a mass of geographical information.
We are a nation of commerce, not science. The president needs the Northwest Passage for trade. As far as the rest of it, no one will care.
You care and I care, and that should be enough. It may have to be enough. Sacagawea, is something wrong?
We can see that you are not happy. Is there anything we can do?
Great fish.
The beach, the whale?
You sent everyone else to see it but me.
It's a far walk.
I have come all this way. I want my boy to see the whale. Sirs, the men have something for y'all. None of my people have ever seen a whale. None of them ever will. To have come this far and to not see it is a shame to me and all of them.
Sergeant Gass, the work orders for the past couple of days have been behind. What has happened to discipline? What did you come to tell me?
Sir, the men have something for y'all.
That's rotten, sir. Got so long.
got a lot of riding to do. Tell him where we've been, what we've done.
I wondered what kept you from putting a roof on your hut.
We's used to the rainbow now, sir. Rain don't make us bleed like do the ink.
Tell about everything we've done, where we've been.
Have all white men seen a whale?
No. And no white man has ever been past the western mountains or met the Shoshone. I thank you, man, with all of my heart. You will see the whale. You will tell your people about it, and I will tell mine.
March 26, 1806. Embarking from Fort Clatsop. 46 degrees, 19 minutes, 52 seconds north, 123 degrees, 8 minutes, 24 seconds west. Heading east!
I have to find and meet with the Blackfeet.
They're dangerous. We should be avoided.
According to Hewitt, they are his tribal enemy, not ours. He promised the president peace on the Missouri. There can be no peace without them.
What I'm saying is go, but with caution.
I'll see you in a month at the mouth of the Yellowstone. I had no gifts left to give them, only the word of the Father. I had to try, it was my duty to try. I should not have camped so close, I should have doubled the guard.
Captain! The Black Rifles!
Scout!
They are taking our rifles!
Without our rifles, it's over!
They're taking over us!
Without our horses, we will die! I told them on the bitter route they told them on the Columbia! If you attack us, we'll kill you! We'll kill you all!
They got the horses!
Stop! Or I'll shoot! In all your intercourse with the natives, treat them in the most friendly and conciliatory manner. I shot a man. I shot and killed a Blackfoot.
And truly odd. Tell them these men are village as far as you go.
This man is right here.
I wish you would come with us to the end.
No, you stay.
A moment. You have done an invaluable service to the nation and to us. Thank you. Job well done.
And my invitation to you still stands. I'll be in St. Louis if ever you should wish to come and visit me or send your son up to live with me for any period of time. I would treat him as my own.
As soon as he is off my breast, I'll send him to you. I love my people, but he needs to learn the white man's way. I want to give him every chance.
Don't let the clouds cover your heart, Captain.
I wish I knew what you were saying.
Hewitt!
Goodbye. Prepare to embark, gentlemen, oars in the water.
No more rafts, boys. No portages or mountains. You can do this, stretch sleeping.
The current of the great Missouri is with us, gentlemen. We're going home. Mosquitoes troublesome.
35 miles!
Mosquitoes exceedingly troublesome.
40 miles!
Mosquitoes excessively tormenting.
36 miles!
Look on the bank. A cow.
We're home! Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
We were met by all in the village with a hearty welcome.
I must go. I'm expected in Washington.
23rd September 1806.
As a unit, the expedition is completed.
Well, this is, I think, a lovely song, all of them.
Having not seen the rest, I'll take your word for it.
That's just your way, isn't it? Told you ever home until you knew. Until you've seen it with your own eyes.
Actually, I'm on my way to see Father, President Jefferson.
And all the ladies in Baltimore were matched in shades of blue and white with stars on their bells. It was breathtaking. On the red carpet on the balcony above. It looked as if the American flag was living free right in front of us.
I'm sure it did.
What were you doing on there?
I was saying goodbye to our Shoshone guides who had seen us at the pass of the Western Mountains.
Were they quite savage?
They wept upon leaving us and embraced us as is the custom of their people.
Were they greasy? Did they smell?
Yes, so was I. So did I.
President Adams, ex-president. So I've seen the trinkets from your trip.
Yes, we collected scientific specimens for research.
Ah, well, I saw a pair of, what horse was it? Goat skin and some sort of crab.
A different species, sir. A magpie.
That's the return of our $40,000. Jefferson has reduced the Navy to a third of its former power. French and English are kidnapping American navalmen. If all brigade return, a rack of horns, bucket of bird bones, and one live rat.
A new species of ground squirrel, sir.
I see. I look forward to reading about it when the book is published. Oh, and I do believe that your peace negotiations with the black people involve killing them.
You must tell me everything, from Fort Mandan onward, the entire expedition.
It's... The land outstrips all imagining, sir. It is peopled by Indians of every striking character. But there are a great many you could be proud to call Americans.
And you successfully mapped out the entire...
Captain Clark. Captain Clark was in charge of the map.
I'm sure you aided him in every way. Please, show me. So there is no water route across the continent?
No, sir.
Let's see. Well, I proposed a theory. It proved incorrect.
I'm sorry, sir. I bring you no Northwest Passage. My writings are incomplete, insufficient, incompetent.
Mr. Lewis, you completed the journey. Few expected you would do that. What you see is your president, shrouded in fatigue. While you face savage wilderness, I face ruthless civilization. Please, do not take it upon yourself. You bring me treasures.
Small treasures compared
to our hope. I promise you, Mr. Lewis, I will always be able to dream bigger than you or I can ever perform.
Yes, sir.
Now I need two things. You've explored this country. Now I need you to manage it. I am appointing you governor of the territory. Frederick Bates is maintaining office in your absence. And I need you to complete your writings as soon as possible. We must complete them and show the world what you have done.
We're waiting, Governor Lewis. We are needed immediately. The Osage are at war. They've taken prisoners, furniture, burn houses till
Under what provocation?
None. Settlement has expanded a little since you were last here.
Under whose authority?
Louisiana purchaser, but wasn't that the point?
Trade. Controlled trade with the Indian tribes.
I mean, no offense, sir, but how is the territory to be exploited if...
The territory is to be civilized by showing the Indians the benefits of civilization.
During your absence, it was an attempt to bring the man-in-chief Big White back to his people.
And
they were repelled by the Arcari, who killed 3 of their number and continued to attack any ships coming up from Missouri.
I am authorizing the army of 200 militia men for the purpose of bringing the Mandan-Chief Big White back to his people. The hand of the Father will smite those who stand in his way.
This will never be proved. The diplomacies involved here are complex, perhaps different from what you are.
Imagine I'm a Blackfoot and I don't understand English. Explain to me the intricacies of why I should shoot you. That is what I'm used to.
That was completely unlawful!
As are you. But there are 2 things I know. 1, the Mandan-Chief will be returned to his people, and 2, you will return to Washington. William, thank God you're home.
I have a son.
Congratulations.
With your permission, we'd like to name him Meriwether Lewis Clark. Why? Sorry. Why?
Thank you. They denied all backing for the expedition to bring Big White back to his people.
Politics. Let's go to Washington and fight your case in person.
I'd rather face a grizzly again.
Even the backstabbers in Washington know that you know the territory.
The land that you and I saw will never be the same again. It's open now. It's open and it's been left to rot.
Just because you're the governor of the frontier doesn't mean you can be responsible for what happens to it.
I made promises. Promises to the Mandans their chief would be returned home safely. I promised the president peace on the Missouri. And now, more than ever, the Indians kill each other. If God weighs the good and the evil we do, I must know, have I done more evil than good?
That is the course of history. If you had not gone, someone else would have. And who knows what they would have done.
William, there's so much at stake. Come with me to Washington.
I can.
Of course. You've got a family to think about.
Wait! I'll try to get my affairs in order and meet you in Washington.
Thank you, William.
Wait, as you travel, keep your bearings. Know where you are.
Should stay with the river.
Sacagawea? Are you here with me? Will you guide me to Washington?
I am here with you until you forget that I'm there.
The creditors are coming! The creditors are coming!
General Clark?
Head upriver into the wilderness. They won't follow you there. Creditors will crack your bones open in a second of an hour.
My only concern is the best interest of the territories.
That you are! Your lands and properties are being taken to corporate stakes for the debts and covered by your Big White expedition.
Do you think I care about my lands? I care about the West.
Not a matter of land, but betrayal of trust. Promises kept, creating this nation. And now, betrayal.
I made promises to the Mandan as you showed me. The next verse.
It's a matter of honor.
If managed honestly, the West is a land of promise.
An expansive desert swarming with savage wild beasts. Bad nothing can kill. You're alrighty.
Those so-called savages met me with honesty, generosity, and more than once saved my life.
Subtle as Boston, Ohio Valley rules. Yeah! Counting heads against Lord and walls is acceptable. Yeah! Drinking two breaks, walk of blood, spit, and whatever else there is. Yeah! Fighting, kicking, gouging are all acceptable.
Yeah! No. This is a federal matter. They should shoot each other.
Yeah! Back to back, 5 paces, turn, and shoot.
I will not duel this idiot.
Dueling may reduce the blood ranks of politicians. So much the better.
I am not a politician.
That Mr. Bush is sorely apparent. However, you do hold the highest political office west of the Mississippi.
This settles nothing. Blood begets blood.
Is that what you told the Blackfeet?
Yeah.
Kill them. Are you ready, Mr. Lewis?
I will not stand for this duel. I brought the word of the Father.
Cowardly as well as incompetent. Very well.
1.
I meant to honor my president I contribute to knowledge, to science.
Captain, your men are starving.
3.
Do something. Do something.
I meant to honor. 4. I will.
You let a betrayal and rot behind you.
Bring ruin to all you touch.
You breathe out poison. Kill me. Finish what you've started. Kill me.
I will not be part of your madness. 5. You scored a hit. I have made a mess of things. I'm sorry. I can be selfish no more.
You had a keen eye, man.
I never would let
Our love in one man. He will always want to see what is over the next rise, or to stop and take the time to study a blade of grass, or to stand on a hill and wonder what lies in the distance. You truly came in peace, and at last I hope that you rest in peace.
We go to the ocean, like the Atlantic, but on the other side, eh?
How many miles do you think we come today? That's flat and that's going slow and smooth drawn out piano.
Seems right. I come.
Look on the bank. Must be thousands of them. Mickel, I know what's up, Captain.
Come, join us by the fire. Eat with us.
Don't let the clouds cover your heart.
You are loved. You are not forgotten. Return to the river. We can always find you if you return to the